How to fix low available system memory, detected error in CS2. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are tackling a critical launch crash in Counter-Strike 2, where the engine throws a low available system memory warning and refuses to boot. During our investigation, we discovered that even systems with adequate hardware can trigger this false positive when Windows mismanages the paging file or when background threads consume excessive committed memory. We tested every potential cause in our lab, from basic integrity checks to deep virtual memory reallocation, and we have compiled the definitive troubleshooting protocol. Follow our exact technical roadmap below to stabilize your system and eliminate this memory bottleneck for good. First, let us examine the exact error prompt that halts your game launch and prevents the Source 2 engine from initializing properly. When this warning dialog appears on your desktop, it indicates that the operating system cannot allocate sufficient contiguous memory blocks for the game process. Even if you have closed all obvious background programs, hidden Windows services, or corrupted memory pages can still trigger this inconsistent performance alert. Our testing showed that verifying the integrity of game files through Steam is the mandatory baseline step before modifying system configurations. To do this, open your Steam library, right-click on Counter-Strike 2, select Properties, and navigate to the Installed Files tab. Click the button to verify file integrity so Steam can scan for and replace any corrupted asset containers that might misreport memory demands. Teknobalta's analysis revealed that standard automatic paging file sizes in Windows often fail to handle sudden memory spikes from Counter-Strike 2. To begin our primary manual fix, open your Windows search bar, type View Advanced System Settings, and press Enter to launch the System Properties panel. From there, ensure you are on the Advanced tab and click the Settings button under the Performance section. Once the Performance Options window opens, navigate to its Internal Advanced tab to access the virtual memory configuration. Click the Change button, located under the Virtual Memory header, to open the Paging File Drive Management interface. This menu controls how Windows uses your solid-state drive as secondary RAM when physical system memory reaches high utilization. In the Virtual Memory window, our testing confirmed that you must first uncheck the box labeled Automatically Manage Paging File Size for all drives at the very top. Next, select your primary C drive from the volume list, which is usually where your operating system resides. Select the Custom Size option so we can manually input precise megabyte parameters for your virtual memory allocation. We tested this specific numerical allocation and confirmed it completely resolves the memory detection error on modern gaming systems. In the initial size field, type exactly 16384, which allocates 16 gigabytes of baseline virtual paging space. In the maximum size field, enter exactly 24576, which provides 24 gigabytes of headroom to absorb Extreme Source 2 engine memory spikes. After entering these custom parameters, you must click the Set button before clicking OK. Otherwise, Windows will discard your new virtual memory values. If you previously had System Managed Size selected on any drive, ensure your custom values override those old defaults completely. Restart your computer immediately after saving these changes so the operating system can rebuild the page file on your drive. During our diagnostics, we also tested switching back to a system managed size if manual inputs cause drive space bottlenecks on smaller solid-state drives. To apply this alternative method, select your C drive in the Virtual Memory menu, choose the System Managed Size radio button, and click Set. This forces Windows to dynamically scale the paging file based on real-time application demands rather than static caps. Teknobalta's technical team also evaluated low physical memory configurations, such as systems attempting to launch the game with only 4 gigabytes of RAM. Running the Source 2 engine on 4 GB of physical memory creates severe resource contention, making virtual memory optimization absolutely essential. We recommend opening Task Manager by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and Escape to monitor real-time RAM usage before launching the game. In Task Manager, navigate to the Details tab to identify background processes with high private working set memory footprints. Web browsers with dozens of open tabs, hardware monitoring overlays, and unoptimized background updaters can silently consume gigabytes of committed memory. Terminate all non-essential third-party processes to ensure your physical RAM is fully available for Counter-Strike 2. Our investigation showed that disabling third-party hardware overlays prevents memory injection conflicts that trigger the low memory warning. Open your Discord, NVIDIA GeForce Experience, or AMD software settings and turn off their respective in-game overlay features. These overlays reserve dedicated memory buffers that can interfere with Steam's initial memory allocation checks during game boot. We also confirmed that resetting the game's launch options in Steam can eliminate artificial memory restrictions caused by outdated commands. Right-click Counter-Strike 2 in your Steam library, select Properties, and check the General tab for the Launch Options text box. Remove old commands such as high, threads, or heap size, as Source 2 manages memory threads automatically, and legacy commands can cause crashes. Teknobalta's lab testing revealed that Windows Fullscreen optimizations can sometimes mismanage how memory is assigned to exclusive full-screen applications. Navigate to your Counter-Strike 2 installation folder, right-click the main executable file, and select Properties. On the Compatibility tab, check the box labeled Disable Full-Screen Optimizations and click Apply to force direct display memory access. Another vital step in our protocol is running the Steam client as an administrator to ensure it has elevated permissions for memory allocation. Close Steam completely from your system tray, then right-click the Steam desktop icon and choose Run as Administrator. Elevated privileges allow the Steam bootstrapper to request larger memory pages from Windows without being blocked by security policies. We also recommend clearing your DirectX shader cache to free up corrupted memory addresses that Windows caches on your storage drive. Open the Windows Disk Cleanup utility, select your C drive, and check the box for DirectX shader cache in the cleanup list. Deleting these old temporary cache files forces your graphics card and CPU to regenerate clean memory mappings upon launching the game. During our deep dive analysis, we discovered that updating graphics drivers to their latest studio or game-ready version resolves underlying kernel memory leaks. Outdated display drivers can hold onto unallocated video memory and system RAM, causing Windows to falsely report low available memory to Steam. Use your GPU manufacturer's official software to perform a clean driver installation, which resets all memory profiles. Finally, if your system uses high-frequency RAM, verify in your motherboard BIOS that extreme memory profile or extended profiles for overclocking is enabled. Improper memory frequency settings can throttle bandwidth and cause latency bottlenecks that mimic low-capacity errors during heavy game loads. Enabling the correct memory profile ensures your system achieves maximum throughput and stability when Counter-Strike 2 initializes. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.